I am so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. Just some phone stuff and yeah, and I need to actually change my phone over. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that right now. So, a lot of people today though, they hold on to anger. And it's through hanging on to that anger, like they cannot get past the rage, the pain, the grief. And I get it. Like I know that there are some things going on in a lot of communities where we're hanging on to certain things, and rightfully so. I'm not getting into all that right now. We're not having that conversation right now. I'm talking about you as an individual, because the only way that you can start to make change in the world is by changing yourself. Look, let me tell you, I have realized that on a personal level, and I'm telling it to y'all because it's the truth. It is the absolute truth. So this message is actually coming from your mind and saying, like, what am I really thinking? What am I really feeling right now? Like, what is going on inside of me? And if you're not forgiving yourself or other people, it's holding you back, which is probably why it's leading into this scarcity. My goodness, right? um because when we hold on to the negative emotions, we see things from a negative lens. Look, it's a blessing or a lesson. Which one is you claiming it as? But when you sit there and say, oh, it's a consequence, a consequence, a consequence, well, then you're always going to be sitting in despair and anger and hurt and feeling like there's not enough in the world. Oh, I lost my job because I should have done this, that, and I should have got better education, whatever, right? I'm starting to ramble now and I don't want to ramble because there's a lot of messages coming in, and I feel like there's a lot of people that need to hear this, and I want to pick up on the very specific messages. But in other words, forgive yourself to free yourself. Forgive other people to free yourself as well. Because the angrier you are, and the more that you hold on to anger and grief and sadness and all the rest of it, it really stunts your growth spiritually, physically, the whole nine yards. Okay? So this is coming from your mind. And then with Mott, this is beautiful. The giving and the receiving. So this is actually the message from your body at this time. And so again, I'm gonna say this about the cards. Just because I use these cards does not mean that these deities and everything else is the ones coming through, okay? It's the energy. It's just some of the energy that somebody used on these cards to help with the messages, okay? So with Mott, the giving and the receiving. Oh, this is nice. This is beautiful. This is about resetting your balance. And you're out of alignment. You know, you're definitely out of alignment. This is about, even if you're somebody who's sitting there right now and you're saying, I give so much to people though, and I never get enough back. Guess what? That's you being out of alignment. And for this, because it's sitting in the body, I can't help but pick up that, like, your body is very unbalanced right now, and you feel it. Fire signs, you feel it. Like maybe you're not eating right, maybe you're not sleeping right, like you're not giving enough to your body, to yourself. And I've talked about this before, and I really talk about it with a lot of people. The food that we eat, the things that we surround ourselves with, that goes into our body, and it severely can debilitate you or positively impact you, what you put in your body and what you surround yourself with. And that could be one of the reasons why you're having more difficulties with forgiveness and feeling this lack and scarcity. Look, I don't know who y'all be hanging around with and what you eating and how you sleeping, but you need to get it together. Okay? Y'all really got to get it together. I only say this from a place of love, because I would swear this same card came out last time for y'all. So you need to be able to say, like, I give myself love easily and freely, and I receive love freely and easily. I give myself good food easily and freely, and I receive, like, good food freely and easily. You feel me? Like, anytime you give something, you have to be able to receive back. And anytime that you are receiving, but you ain't giving anything back, that is still out of alignment. Because the laws of nature, dictate. You got to give to receive, and you got to receive to give. You can't just, I know some of y'all be like, well, how come some people have so much? Maybe they be giving a lot in areas you don't know about. Okay? You have no idea. But yeah, you really got to get some balance going on. There's some soul forgiveness. There is some gratitude needs going on. I just want to see what other deck I'm being drawn to. This is for my fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you know what? Someone watching this, y'all been having some stomach problems lately. I don't know who it is, but y'all be having stomach problems lately. And some other of y'all have been feeling very anxious and nervous. And you're feeling that anxious, like anxiety and nervousness in your stomach. But some of y'all feel like damn near vomiting. Okay? This is why y'all got to get your mind, your body right, like put the right food in, get to bed on time. All of that to start working on the forgiveness and not having a scarcity mindset. Come on, y'all. What other cards do you want to give me? I kind of feel like the work your light. Let's see if they want to talk. Let's see if they got something to say. Do you have any messages for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that will help them at this time with their ability to balance, to get into alignment, to stop being in a scarcity mindset, and to work on forgiving themselves and forgiving others, to live a balanced, full, and integrated life? Yeah. And let's see what we got, The ever unfolding rose. Look, y'all. So the ever unfolding rose, you guys can't see it at the bottom. It actually says, like, you know, you're cracking open, you're starting to open up, and that it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. And this is so important because this is just what we were talking about, right? We were talking about the fact that feeling this whole maybe giving too much, not receiving enough, receiving too much, not giving enough, and really needing to focus on forgiveness for self or forgiveness with others, right? And so this again is just showing that all the situations you've been through, rather than sitting there and feeling like all this bad shit has happened to you, you need to realize that it happened for you. Because trust me, sometimes when you get blocked from something, it is an absolute blessing. Sometimes all your unanswered prayers are private blessings. You don't even know. I had my late Babalao, he actually, stuff's be happening, but he had once told me, as bad as this is right now, you have no idea what worse fate this situation has just saved you from. I kid you not. Like, I'm not even going to get into details, but I wanted to share that because I was back then I was like, I can't believe this happened. This is the end of I can't, oh, and it was horrible. And he had to come in and be like, look, you don't even know what this saved you from. You don't even know what worse fate this is taking you away from. You have no idea. And ever since he said that to me, it has definitely made me look at things a little bit differently, you know? And I think it's important that we all sort of, when something that we might perceive as negative happens, that, you know, we take a look at it and we go, okay, what's worse that could have happened that this actually saved me from, that this actually prevented me from making some sort of mistake or lack or lapse in judgment. Anyways, so, and Keepers of the Earth. Ah, man, I love this card. So this card is just letting you know that, like, your ancient ancestors are with you. Plus, I'm going to give a little plug. I am still going to be doing an ancestor course on June 26th. I mean, even if there's only 1 or 2 people in the room, I'm still going to do it in the Zoom room. Okay? Anyways, so you are not alone. You know, your ancestors stand beside you. So you're supported. This card, oh, y'all, I can feel it. Okay. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay. Some of y'all are scared to do some of this work. Some of y'all are really scared to do this work because you're actually breaking down family trauma. And you actually have to forgive your family. Parts of your family. That's for some of you, this message. Ooh, this is deep. Okay. That is not an easy task. Trust me. Ooh, I know. But this is why it's so important to learn to work with our ancestors and to know how to call on them properly, to know how to integrate them, because they're here to support you, okay? To do this work. You are definitely here for a big purpose, and you need to dig deep and do this work and remember that you're not alone. They also want to acknowledge that they see that you've done a lot of work already. Okay? But you have to keep going. You have to stay on the mission, because now you're at a point where you're getting into deeper levels that you're a little bit nervous to get through. I don't know why this took a turn and it seems really personal all of a sudden now. But somebody watching this, it might be a handful of y'all. This is getting deep. Like, you really need to dig deep and do this spiritual work for your family line. And you might have been doing somewhat okay, and then suddenly something is just hitting you like, oh my God, I gotta still do this. Oh my God, I gotta take care of this. So be open to receiving a whole level of support, because it's there for you, okay? It is there for you. I know that this seems really overwhelming right now, and you feel alone right now. You might even be somebody who has younger children, and this is what's prompting you to say, I really got to get this work done because I don't want my babies to have to deal with this, live through this, go through this. Ashe, let me give it to y'all. Like, yes, you know, we want to pass down the seeds that are going to bear fruit, you know, not anything that's going to be rotten for our children. Absolutely. So that's good stuff. And then my next little challenge to you is the support that you feel that you need that you don't have right now. Call it in. Even if it's something in this dimension, ask. The worst thing that happens when you ask is somebody says no, but at least you asked. And now the seed is planted in somebody else's mind, because maybe if they come across someone or something that can be of assistance, which you asked for, they can connect y'all. Or later on, if the person comes into it or understands better or has what you were asking for that they didn't have in the beginning, now they can help y'all with, you know what I'm saying? Like, hungry, closed mouths don't get fed. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna just take it into the 4 agreements here for a minute, because I feel like y'all need to get a little bit of something extra. There's some like soul work going on here. There's some deep work going on. I mean, the last reading, I remember it was all about the pleasure principle. Like, yes, get it. And maybe y'all went out and did some of that. Y'all gave to yourself, and now you're like, I don't have enough. Or maybe you went and treated yourself to something, and then you're realizing, shit, I thought that this was going to make me feel better, but it's actually making me realize how much work I still have to do. Or maybe it's just making you feel really negative and bad, and you're going, where is this coming from? Maybe that's deeper trauma that you're not addressing. Because even when you get a reading, it's like, yes, honey, go enjoy yourself. And like, you know, the last reading I gave the fire signs, and it was all about the pleasure principle and enjoy yourself and all that good jazz. Sometimes when we go and treat ourselves and we still be feeling like uncomfortable, we're not enjoying ourselves, sometimes that is deeper trauma that is trying to come out. Or it can also be the energy of the people around us, and we shouldn't be with those people. Look, child, we could go into these topics. I'm not going into these topics right now. That's why, yes, we just not going to get into it right now. This is why I'm here to help guide the people when I can and how I can. But let me see what other message I got for y'all from the 4 agreements. I love the 4 agreements. Create a beautiful dream. Your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. Impeccability of the word only creates beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Ooh, looking now. It's so true. So this also tells me that whoever this specific message is for, or if there's a few of you or lots of y'all that are resonating this, y'all have some strong ability to speak things into existence. And you're being reminded that as you keep telling yourself, I ain't got it, I ain't got enough, you know, and really resonating that in your soul, that's what you're manifesting. And then over here, your mind is saying, look, baby, you got so much that you need to be working on right now to forgive yourself. So I don't know what's happened for y'all, to y'all. I'm not trying to dig into anybody's or real tight like that right now. This is general reading. I'm just saying, you got to forgive yourself. And like I said, you might have some little ones and that's prompting you as well. And your body is saying, give good things to me right now. Because as you feed your body the good things, people, places, foods, your body's going to be able to support your mind, your aura, your metaphysical body. Okay, this is all I'm saying. Do we have any other? Maybe get your life. Let me just see if there's any messages that want to come through here. They're already saying maybe not through this one. We're going to see if something flies out right away. And if not, then not. And if so, then so. You know how it goes. Do you have a last message for, guess so, the fire signs. Ooh, and real G's move in silence. Look, y'all. I love this card. I don't know if y'all could see it right. Real G's move in silence. So keep your moves and goals to yourself at this time. You don't want people getting in the way. Let me tell you something. When you start to heal yourself, and you start to really take the steps to healing generational issues, through working through really deep traumas, or even working through what you don't think is so deep at first. Sometimes next thing you know, baby, that root goes deep, okay? They're just telling you right now, don't go telling everybody about this. Oh, I'm going to start working on my inner healing and doing shadow work. Nah, just do it. Just shut the up and do it. That's it. Just move in silence. Just do the work, you know? We don't got to tell everybody that we're doing this work, is what they're saying. And sometimes we can't tell people that we're doing this work because once we do, they try to put their 2 cents in about what they think you should be doing. Nah, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. I'm gonna roll the astro dice. I just want to see. I want to see if there is, because I know in part 1, I'm gonna have to post this in 2 parts. My apologies, fire signs. But I'm just wondering if there is a certain amount of, like, a timeline in which you should get this work started. Let me see what they give me. 6. 6 days, y'all. Y'all should be starting this work within about 6 days if you haven't already. And it was funny because I said get up in the morning and gratitude for 7 days. So it's almost like y'all just need to start making a habit. Some of y'all just not be having the greatest habits, which, look, I've been there. So you start by doing the gratitude for the 7 days every morning. Gratitude, be grateful for something. Like you get up in the morning, I don't know, you look over and you got water next to your bed. You'd be like, ooh, because I was thirsty. I'm so grateful this water is just sitting here next to my bed. I know that's really small, but that's exactly how it can start. Something that small. So you're going to start that. And by the 6th day, you're going to start digging into some of this other stuff. Like I said, if people need some assistance with this, y'all got to get at me. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some love readings in soon, but I'm waiting on a deck to come in to do that. But this love is about self-love, baby. So that's it. That's all. I hope this has been helpful. I'm sorry, fire signs. I got to post this in 2 pieces. I love y'all. Be safe. Be well. Peace out.